Tesla beat Wall Street by 74,102 vehicles. The stock fell 7% anyway. That reaction looks irrational until you ask what investors are actually paying for. Tesla's Q2 delivery report proved that demand is not dead. It did not prove that the recovery was profitable, that Robotaxi can scale, or that today's valuation makes sense. On July 22nd, Tesla has to answer all three. Here is the scorecard that matters. Start with the result itself. Tesla delivered 480,126 vehicles in the second quarter. Its own company-compiled analyst consensus was 406,024. That is a beat of 74,102 vehicles, or more than 18%. Deliveries were also about 25% higher than a year earlier, making this Tesla's strongest second quarter on record. This was not a rounding error. It was a direct challenge to the idea that Tesla's car demand was in permanent decline. There is another encouraging detail. Tesla produced 451,758 vehicles but delivered 480,126. It sold 28,368 more vehicles than it built, drawing down inventory instead of adding to it. Reuters reported that Europe drove much of the rebound, while the United States remained weaker and China showed more modest growth. So the recovery was real, but it was not evenly distributed. Then why did the stock fall about 7%? Part of the answer is simple positioning. Tesla shares had already gained roughly 12% earlier in the week. The surprise was not completely surprising by the time the number arrived. But that only explains the timing. It does not explain the deeper problem. A delivery report measures units, not economics. It cannot tell us the average selling price, how much financing support Tesla offered, whether automotive margins stabilized, or how much free cash flow the quarter produced. A company can clear inventory and beat volume estimates while still giving up profitability. The July 2nd report passed the demand test. It left the profit test completely open. If Tesla were valued only on the cars and batteries it sells today, would you still own it? Put car company or AI platform in the comments. Calling Tesla an AI company does not make the automotive business irrelevant. It makes the car business the financing engine. In the first quarter, Tesla generated $22.39 billion of revenue and $3.94 billion of operating cash flow. It ended March with $44.74 billion in cash and short-term investments. That balance sheet gives Tesla room to build. But first quarter net income attributable to common shareholders was only $477 million. That is a thin earnings base for a company the market recently valued near $1.6 trillion. Tesla now expects capital spending above $25 billion in 2026, driven by AI compute, manufacturing, and company-operated assets. The delivery rebound matters because it can fund that investment. It does not, by itself, justify the investment. The overlooked number was energy storage. Tesla deployed 13.5 gigawatt-hours in Q2, up from 8.8 in Q1. That is sequential growth of more than 53%. But it was also slightly below the 13.8 gigawatt-hour analyst consensus published by Tesla. That distinction matters. Energy had a strong quarter, not an unexplained blowout. The strategic case is still compelling. Tesla says AI data centers are creating rapid load growth, which increases demand for storage that can stabilize the grid and shift power to the hours when it is most valuable. Tesla is ramping mega factories in California and Shanghai and building another near Houston. Energy can become the bridge between Tesla's hardware expertise and the infrastructure demanded by AI. The risks are cell supply, tariffs, project timing, and whether margin holds as capacity expands. Robotaxi is where the argument becomes much more demanding. Tesla said paid Robotaxi miles nearly doubled sequentially in Q1. It expanded unsupervised operations in Austin and launched rides in Dallas and Houston in April. The company expects Cybercab to begin replacing Model Y vehicles in its fleet over time, with volume production scheduled to begin in 2026. That is real progress. It is not yet proof of network economics. A robotaxi fleet needs vehicles, charging, cleaning, maintenance, insurance, teleoperations, and enough demand in each market to keep utilization high. Some bullish models assume individuals will buy a Cybercab and earn passive income by adding it to Tesla's network. That may reduce Tesla's capital burden, but private owner revenue, utilization, and pricing are still assumptions, not reported results. Investors should separate an attractive model from a verified business. This is why the stock reaction was not as irrational as it looked. A traditional automaker is rewarded for selling far more vehicles than expected. Tesla is being asked to do something harder: keep the auto business healthy while converting physical products into software and fleet profits. At a valuation near $1.6 trillion after the delivery report, a successful car recovery is necessary but not sufficient. The bull case needs high-margin software, a scalable autonomous network, a larger energy business, and disciplined capital spending. The bear case does not require Tesla to fail. It only requires those businesses to arrive later, cost more, or earn less than the current price assumes. Four numbers will decide whether 480,126 was the start of a better business or an expensive volume push. First, automotive gross margin excluding regulatory credits. If volume rose while margin held, the recovery has quality. Second, free cash flow and the pace of the $25 billion plus capital plan. Third, energy margin and the path from 13.5 gigawatt-hours to sustainable deployment growth. Fourth, paid robotaxi miles, Cybercab production timing, and evidence that each new market can operate safely and economically. A delivery beat can buy Tesla time. These four items determine what that time is worth. Tesla's Q2 delivery result was excellent. It weakened the demand collapse thesis, reduced inventory, and strengthened the cash-generating base that funds the next phase. But the sell-off delivered a more important message. Investors are no longer willing to treat vehicle volume as proof of the entire Tesla story. The company crossed a threshold where good automotive news can lower risk without increasing value. July 22nd must show whether the car recovery is profitable and whether the AI businesses are moving from promise to measurable economics. Until then, 480,126 is a strong answer to the wrong question. Subscribe for the post-earnings breakdown, because the next Tesla move will depend less on how many cars it delivered and more on what each delivery actually earned.